Hey guys, and welcome to your new moon energy update. We're going to be talking about 5 major themes that are happening around this new moon we are having on September 25th, along with, stay tuned till the end because we will be doing a pick a card for your moon message. All right, so we've got 5 major themes happening around this new moon in Libra. The new moon in Libra will be on September 25th, 2022, and it will be happening at 4 p.m. That's 4:54 p.m. if you are in the Central Standard Time. Why did I say it like that? Because that is an angel code, 454. So if you are in the Central Standard Time Zone, when you do your moon manifestations, tap in with that angel code, call in that 454, have your angels work with Luna, and set some manifestations, right? Okay. All right, so let's talk about the 5 major themes that are going on. The first one, let's talk about the energy update, because this is going on, and this is the biggest one of the year. Guys, we have 6 planets and Chiron in retrograde. This is the most we'll ever have retrograde at one time for the year of 2022. So we have Jupiter, we have Saturn, we have Uranus, we have Neptune, we have Pluto, we have Chiron, and we have Mercury. All in a retrograde at the exact time. So why is this important? Why do we need to know this? Well, when a planet goes retrograde, this is a time of maybe introspection, maybe review something of the past, maybe pick up something from the past. This is a time to reflect about the past. Maybe make some changes, maybe make some revisions, but let's look back at the past and figure out maybe what didn't work. Let's have a new plan. This is planning and preparing, especially while Mercury's in retrograde. We want to review everything before we take the action steps, and Mercury will be retrograde until October 2nd, okay? And so this is a huge energy where all of these planets, and guys, I've been talking about this in all the energy updates, what they particularly mean, because Jupiter in retrograde is different than Uranus in retrograde. So if you missed any of those energy updates, check out my energy update playlist. I've been talking about them since April of this year when Pluto went retrograde. So this is really important, and especially we're wrapping up some cycles here, right? We're going to have Pluto get out of retrograde. October starts the ending of the retrogrades, and we'll be slowly transitioning out of some through December and early next year. But this is a time, let's look at the past. What do we need to do with it? Maybe we need to release it. Maybe we need to revisit it. Maybe we need to pick something back up. There's a huge energy of the past. Tap into it while it's here, right? We don't want to wait till the planet's over and it's back station direct and then go, oh, I got to revisit this. No. While the energy portal is ripe and it's open, use this time for reflection, okay? Now, the second thing I want to talk about during this new moon in Libra is truth should be revealed, especially God, it could even be around communication. But Libra is a sign of truth and fairness and justice, right? And so, especially with Mercury in retrograde, this could be around a conversation. So maybe some truths might come into light. Be prepared. Listen, they don't have good or bad. Things just are fair and equal. So it might come in good, might come in bad. I'm not sure how that will play out for each of you, but some truths, you want those answers, they can come to light during this time, especially over the next 2 weeks, but you might even go through the next 30 days because, again, the full moon cycle will be around that time, and we have all the way till, well, there's not too much longer of October, until October 2nd. At least then Mercury will kind of get out of the shadow energy of that. So then the truths will probably go more into the light after that. But be prepared. Eyes open, ears open. Those answers you wanted, they're coming, okay? Now, the third thing I want to talk about that's going on is what chakra will be affected, and this will be your heart chakra. Libra is ruled by the planet of Venus, and Venus is all about love. This is a time of self-love. It's a time of nurturing yourself. It's a time of self-care. It's a time of heart expansion. It's a time of connecting with others, being compassionate with yourself, being compassionate with others, being kind. All of this beauty, maybe even some luxury and finer things in life, but there's a lot of heart-centered opening energies around this time. So work with it at the time. You got any rose quartz? You got any green crystals? Do anything that works with the heart chakra. Keep it open. Keep it open to life, to love, to liberty, to laughter, like all of that warm heart center kindness energy. Heart chakra is going to be really strong. It's going to be really need some attention. It's going to be really light, like a spotlight is shining down upon it during this time. So heart chakra focus around this new moon in Libra. Okay, so the fourth theme that came up is this is a time to go within. This is a huge time to go within. And it's interesting. I didn't even want to label it at this, but like when I connected with my guys to channel the 5 themes, they're like, go within or go without. I'm like, well, what does that mean? I'm like, oh my God. And they kind of explained it to me. I'm like, I don't want to say that. So I'm going to try to put the nice way within it. And it wasn't bad. It's not bad. I don't even mean to scare you guys with that, right? So basically what they said is go within or go without. And it just means, here's what it means. There's an opportunity portal open while the moon is here. So like I was talking about earlier with the portals, right? So while this portal is open, we want to go within and use that time. We always want to work with the energies and not have them work against us. Sure, there'll be plenty of time. Like, listen, you guys can always go within anytime. Anytime you want to go within and align with your soul instead of your ego, all about it, right? That energy is always there. But there is like a hot spot energy with these portals. It's like, go within, shine now, go within. It's like, do it now. You will accelerate. New light codes will come. You will go for soul advancement. It's working with the energies for fast acceleration. And so now the time to go within, if you do it now and do the real inner work, it's like, bam, like shortcut to success. You'll get to that finish line a lot sooner. So when they meant go within or go without, it just meant, hey, well, you want to work with the energies and have the shortcut, or do you want to work on your own and do it in your own time, which is completely fine, right? But you won't have that shortcut. It might be a longer road. So this is a huge time of going within. It's like speeding things up because we're aligning with the energies, right? Okay. And the 5th theme that came out, which we kind of touched a little bit on, but balancing the scales came up. Balancing the scales came up. Now, for some of you, this might have to do with legal matters. It's not everybody's going to relate with that. But balancing the scales really in karmic energies. It feels like it's been teeter-tottering for some time. God, even Saturn testing us a little bit, all of this stuff. Jupiter getting us ready, all this retrogrades, all this stuff. And so the scales have kind of going back and forth and back and forth. Maybe our moods, maybe our emotions, all of this stuff. Could have been a chaotic summer if you're in the northern hemisphere. And all of this stuff could be going on. But again, let's balance them. Or they're going to tip in your favor big time. Oh, I grew. I excelled. I kept my heart open. I did the real inner work. I went within instead of the scale. It's going to tip in your favor. But balancing the scales really, man, it's almost like a payoff. It's like a payday because of all the work you've been doing during these retrogrades. And there's still more work to do. But things are even going to either going to even out for you. And it's like even keel. Oh, finally. Balance is restored. I've been waiting for this. Or the most energy I'm really feeling is going to tip in your favor. Okay? Especially those that have been walking the path and doing the right thing and not just talking about it, but actually doing it, right? The real inner work. The people that show up for themselves every day, right? Who got the spiritual discipline, who meditate, or whatever your spiritual practice is, right? But those that deserve the karmic balance, to balance the scale in your favor, are going to be reaping huge rewards during this time. And interesting enough, it actually does align reaping the rewards with the fall equinox, which I just did a video on that too a couple days ago. So you might want to check that out as well, because there's huge energy of reaping rewards with that as we move forward throughout the rest of the fall equinox. But I don't want to digress too much with that video. You guys can check that one out. But yeah, balancing the scales in your favor. Finally a moment to breathe. So those are the 5 major themes. So now we are at the moment of pick a card. So we're going to do quick moon messages for you guys. So I'm just going to pull 3 cards. So I just want you guys real quick to decide on a number between 1 and 3. So once you decide on which number is for you, you can check the description of the video, as there will be timestamps and you can kind of just jump straight into your little reading. However, if you want to listen to all 3, you might find a message in all of them. Just the number you pick will be the strongest message for you. So if you chose number 1, let's get your moon message. Okay, that was a lot. That was like 5 of them. Whoa, 6. That was too many. Okay, let's try to just get 1 card. Let's get 1 jumper. Okay, there it is. Thank you. We've got the will. Oh, God. Will came out, and it's so interesting because it was like, you got the will, you got the way, you can make things work. But also, I don't know, I was hearing the song in my head, and it's like, you got the will. It reminded me of power. Like I wanted to say willpower, and so I think the song, I'll show you the card. I think the song that was playing in my head is you got that power over me, but I think the only one that's got power over you at this time is you. It's like your willpower and your determination, that spiritual discipline that we talked about earlier, is paying off. And so now that will is paying the way, because you stayed in your truth and you stayed in your power. And I think it really aligns with the balancing the scales. But if there's a will, there's always a way, right? If that's your motto, that's your perspective, then you're going to succeed and you're going to shine, you're going to go bright. So with the will, you're stepping into your power because you stay determined and true to you. Probably especially with that discipline. But card 1, we've got the will. Okay? All right, if you chose number 2, jumping right out. I love it, I love it, I love it. Okay, self-reflection. Oh my gosh, like how does this stuff even show up? Like look at all the water in there, you know? So a couple things are going on with this, because what, that 4th theme, was it 4th? Yeah, 4th theme of going within. Like really, ooh, I'm going within to see myself, to see my beauty, to do the real inner work. I'm not afraid to shine. I'm not afraid to look in that mirror, because sometimes we look in the mirror, you might see the good or the bad, right? We have the ego and the soul, and sometimes the shadow comes up, you're like, oh man, right? But also, not even the self-reflection within us that we see, okay, so I have a bad day, my ego came out, okay. Be patient with myself, I'll be compassionate with myself, that's fine, I'm just gonna learn and grow from it. So the reflection, sometimes it's good and it's bad, but also, interesting enough, as she looks in the mirror, she sees multiple people. So what does that mean? The law of reflection. I am you, you are me. Meaning we are all just reflections of each other. We all come from the same source energy, right? We're all just a fragment of source, fragment of God, fragment of the universe, whatever you want to relate to. But again, as I see my truth in you, like the truth I see in you allows me to see the truth in me. And so sometimes as I see that truth in you, I can find the truth in me. So sometimes even that self-reflection can come from other people. So again, oh, can I learn and grow from you? Is there something you did that reminds me of me that now I can use as a learning tool? Use that self-reflection inward and outward, around other people and within yourself, okay? All right. And if you chose number 3, then card 3, this is your moon message. There it is on the ground. What do we got? Pleasure. Wow, look at this. You know what this actually reminds me of? So I have this card. I can't even remember what deck it is. I used it the other day on Live Tarot Tuesdays, but and I can't remember exactly the wording on it, but it basically says through joy, and so pleasure, right? Through joy, I don't know if it's basically talking about how you can create infinite abundance. Like my vibration raises through joy. My manifestations come to me through joy. And I was giving the perfect example at the time, and I'll tell you guys again, or I'll tell you guys here, because I'm sure a lot of you didn't see the Live Tarot Tuesdays, but maybe you did. But so what I was talking about is so how joy can create the reality you desire. How joy can give you your manifestations. How joy can increase abundance. How joy can, look at, expand your energy. Look at it with all the pleasure. She's like, exploding her vibration everywhere. And when that happens, when you raise your vibration, in comes the manifestation, in comes the abundance. And so what I was kind of talking about, the lesson with it was that, like, I spent a year in business hibernation. I just work all the time, right? And I was only getting so far, and it wasn't really serving me. And then I kind of burnt out, and I, like, my clients weren't, I mean, compared to now, I didn't have the abundance of clients. And then what I realized, the second I like took a step outside of work and activated my joy, my pleasure, and started having fun, it was like the less I worked, the more money that came in. Because for me, I had needed that balance, right? You can't be all work and no play, and that's what I was for a year. And the second I stopped like working as much, I took time for me and found my pleasure. In comes new clients, money, business opportunities, like things were just rolling in left to right. And so with that joy or pleasure, right, you can create all the realities you want, your manifestation comes in, abundance comes in. It doesn't have to be money for me. I saw it in my business because that was a huge energy. I saw it kind of like the scales were tipping a lot, right? It could come a lot, and then it could just back and forth, and then all of a sudden it was like, oh, huge. Because again, I found the balance, and that's the key to everything. So if you want to reach higher levels of manifestation, if you want your manifestation to come in, if you want to raise your vibration, the answer is joy. It's pleasure. It's fun, right? Literally, that will expand your energies like crazy. Like I can't, it's crazy. So magical, beautiful, I should say, because it's like, whoa, it comes in like out of nowhere. It's like knock, knock, knock. Here I am, your manifestation. Time to explode your energy and your vibration up high. Yeah, it's pretty cool. It's pretty cool, guys. All right, that wraps up the new moon video, guys. Thank you guys so much for watching. Stay tuned because we'll have a full moon video coming out next month in about 2 weeks. But until then, thank you guys so much for watching. And if you got anything out of this video, do me a favor and hit that thumbs up button. This way I know you got something that resonated. If you guys haven't yet subscribed to my channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Why? Because I do daily videos and I don't want you guys to miss out on any upcoming messages. The next message just might be the message that you need to hear today. All right, my loves. Thank you guys so much for watching. Till the next moon, be blessed.